Reza Shah Pahlavi, March 15, 1878 – July 26, 1944, was the founder of the Pahlavi dynasty in Iran and served as the Shah of Iran from 1925 to 1941. His reign marked the beginning of significant modernization, centralization, and military reforms that shaped modern Iran. Reza Shah's life journey from humble beginnings to becoming one of the most influential figures in Iranian history is a story of ambition, resilience, and controversy. Early life and military career. Reza Shah was born Reza Khan in the village of Alisht, in Mazandaran province. His father, Abbas Ali Khan, was an officer in the Persian army but passed away when Reza was very young. His mother, Nushafaran Aramlu, raised him under difficult financial conditions. At the age of 15, Reza joined the Cossack Brigade, a Persian military unit established with Russian assistance. This brigade became a stepping stone for his rise to power. Reza's military career flourished due to his discipline, leadership, and organizational skills. By the 1910s, he had risen to the rank of colonel. His decisive actions during chaotic times in Iran, particularly during World War I when Iran was politically fragmented and under pressure from foreign powers like Britain and Russia, earned him recognition. Rise to power. In the early 1920s, Iran faced severe political instability. The Qajar dynasty, which ruled for over a century, was unable to manage the country effectively. Foreign influence, tribal uprisings, and economic disarray created a power vacuum. In 1921, Reza Khan staged a coup d'état with the help of Ziauddin Tabatabai, a journalist and politician. The coup resulted in the formation of a new government, with Reza as the commander of the army and later as the Minister of War. By 1923, Reza Khan became the Prime Minister of Iran. His military background and strong leadership allowed him to consolidate power and suppress tribal revolts. In 1925, the Iranian parliament, Majlis, deposed Ahmad Shah Qajar, the last Qajar monarch. Reza Khan was declared the new Shah, founding the Pahlavi dynasty. Reforms and modernization. Reza Shah's reign was characterized by extensive modernization programs aimed at transforming Iran into a centralized, modern state. His reforms spanned various sectors. Infrastructure and economic development. Reza Shah initiated large-scale infrastructure projects, including the construction of roads, railways, and factories. The Trans-Iranian Railway, completed in 1938, was one of his flagship achievements, connecting the Persian Gulf to the Caspian Sea. He introduced measures to reduce foreign control over Iran's economy, renegotiating oil concessions with the Anglo-Persian Oil Company. Military reforms. The Iranian military was modernized and expanded under Reza Shah's rule. He established a national conscription system, aiming to create a unified and professional army. Reza Shah reduced tribal influence, enforcing central control and disarming local militias. Education and social reforms. Reza Shah emphasized secular education, opening schools and universities, including the prestigious University of Tehran in 1934. He sent Iranian students abroad to study science and technology, aiming to create a skilled workforce. Education for women was promoted, and the mandatory wearing of the hijab was abolished in 1936 as part of his broader campaign for modernization. Judiciary and legal system. The legal system was overhauled to align with modern civil law, moving away from Islamic Sharia courts. A new civil code was introduced, inspired by European models, to standardize laws across the country. Cultural reforms. Reza Shah sought to revive Iran's pre-Islamic heritage, emphasizing its ancient Persian identity. He introduced policies to reduce the influence of religious leaders in public life. The country's name was officially changed from Persia to Iran in 1935 to reflect its broader national identity. Challenges and controversies. Despite his accomplishments, Reza Shah's reign faced significant criticism. His autocratic style alienated many groups, including the clergy, tribal leaders, and intellectuals. The rapid pace of reforms often created friction, especially among conservative and religious factions. Reza Shah's policies of secularization and suppression of dissent earned him enemies. His efforts to limit foreign influence paradoxically made him reliant on foreign powers, especially during the global economic downturn of the 1930s. Abdication and exile. World War II marked a turning point in Reza Shah's reign. Though he declared Iran's neutrality, the Allied powers suspected him of harboring pro-German sympathies due to his interactions with Nazi Germany. In 1941, British and Soviet forces invaded Iran to secure oil supplies and establish a supply route for the Allies. Unable to resist the invasion, Reza Shah was forced to abdicate in favor of his son, Mohammad Reza Pahlavi. Reza Shah was exiled first to Mauritius and later to Johannesburg, South Africa, where he spent the remaining years of his life. He died on July 26, 1944, in Johannesburg, and his body was eventually returned to Iran for burial. Legacy. Reza Shah Pahlavi remains a polarizing figure in Iranian history. His supporters praise him for his ambitious modernization efforts, which laid the foundation for a modern Iranian state. His critics, however, argue that his authoritarian methods and disregard for political freedom sowed seeds of discontent that persisted into the reign of his son and ultimately contributed to the 1979 Iranian Revolution.
Thank you for watching. Please subscribe our channel.